Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this exciting, pulse-pounding, jaw-dropping, exciting, thrilling episode of Farming Simulator 17, Coldborough Farm, where Kyle and I have been working feverishly on finishing up our harvest. And I've been sniffing into the microphone all night because my nose is completely stuffed. Ugh. I need a cough drop or something to clear myself out. I don't think I have any left.
You need a trip through the CS chamber. That'll clear you out.
I need wait, the
gas chamber.
Like where they gas you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mark,
that'll clear. That'll empty out your sinuses completely.
Mark got to do that. Got to do that like it's a privilege. He got gassed.
It's almost a punishment.
Yeah, it was a punishment.
It doesn't bother me though. I mean, I've stayed in the chamber without a mask for 5 minutes.
Ugh.
Because I went in there, you know, they took the mask off. You know, we took our masks off, and I'm just kind of standing there looking around at everybody. Yeah, my eyes are, you know, burning a little bit because, you know, the way, like, there's a difference between the CS gas from a grenade and then what they use in the chamber. In the chamber, they use this little tablet that you set on fire.
Oh, weird.
And so, like, I don't know. It basically puts, like, dust into the air. Like, ash dust from that little tablet in the air.
Oh.
And that's kind of what does most of the eye irritation.
That's what you choke on?
Well, the CS gas, that just does the choking. And, you know, I'll cough a little bit, but it's not that big a deal for me. But other people, they'll scream bloody murder.
Yeah, it's funny to, you know, they show you when you go to see your cadet graduate from BMT, they show that happening, like they show you the, and so we got to see many cadets choking on CS, but
and you see those big old long,
I mean, honestly,
snot strings coming out of their face.
If they're going to gas you, it's going to be something that's going to kill you, isn't it?
No.
Really?
No, CS gas is a zone denial.
Oh, I see.
But we want it to be survivable because lethal gases are illegal.
Well, I'm not saying us. I'm saying if you got gassed, like if you're in Iraq and you get gassed, you're probably not making it through the night, right? Because they're probably using illegal substances to do it.
Well, I mean, we got hit with chlorine a couple times.
Oh my gosh.
Your pro mask doesn't stop chlorine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's the single molecule of chlorine. It's not a bound molecule like a chain mixed with other things. It's just the element of chlorine is in the air, and your masks can't catch that.
Oh.
And, you know, it's like almost pointless, but the advantage is chlorine is way heavier than air. And so all you have to do is just get above the cloud, which usually settles at about 5 feet. You know, and there's been a couple times where they'd set off a chlorine IED, and all we do is climb up on top of the trucks and wait it out, wait for it to blow away.
Wow, that's crazy. Will it kill you?
If you stay in it long enough.
So even though you have the mask, it doesn't help. That's scary.
Yeah. But like, once again, they're trying to use it as zone denial.
Okay.
But like, I guess they don't understand that it's that heavy of a gas that, like, for me at 6'2", my mouth is just above where that gas settles.
Okay.
And so technically, I could stand outside of my truck on the ground and just kind of stand there and wait, while everyone else would have to stand up on the, you know, on the roof of the truck. But, you know, you just kind of wait around, and it'll dissipate, and the cloud will continue to drop lower and lower until it's, you know, right against the ground. And
because they don't really, I mean, they don't play by the rules, do they? I don't
know.
It doesn't seem like they don't really care. They just kind of do whatever.
Yep, whatever works for them. I mean, they started mixing HME, homemade explosive, and sometimes they'd make a really, really good mix, and a 5-gallon bucket would just blow apart the whole road, and then other times it'd be a terrible mix, and it'd make this really nasty gas, and it'd blow this white crap all over the side of your truck, and you'd have to go to the detox tank when you got back to base, wash the truck off.
Wow.
There's nothing more irritating. I would have rather have had it been a good mix and explode on my truck than a bad mix and explode on my truck.
Well, because less cleanup.
Yeah, it's less cleanup. My MRAP has survived countless IEDs, and it kept going. I was like, okay, I'd rather just put up with a full-on bomb than this disgusting crap, because I hated cleaning it off.
Right.
Because you drive into a big pit that's lined with tarps.
Okay.
You wash off the truck, and you have to wash it off very carefully. You have to start at the very tippy top and wash it.
Now, why is that?
That way you wash it down the truck, because if you start at the bottom, it'll just wash down the side of the truck and stick to it again. And so they want you to blow it off the truck.
Right.
Make sure none of it stays on. And so you close up all your doors and hatches, and you start spraying. You have to wear the big old giant, bunny suit. And a mask and all kinds of stuff. And the mask they give you to wear is like 1,000 times better than your own pro mask. And so you wash off the truck, and then you have to go into this little tent and get yourself washed off.
Right, they have to detox you, right?
Yeah. And then once you're all done with that, you have to wait like 2 hours for the detox tank that the truck is in to dry out, and then you can drive your truck away.
Wow. That's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I mean, better safe than sorry, but still, it's,
Well, yeah, that stuff is like, it's super duper toxic. It wouldn't take much. It probably wouldn't kill you. I mean, you'd probably have to eat, spoonfuls of that stuff, but getting on your food, it'll make you ill, and
right.
That'll put you out of the fight for a while, and it's just disgusting. And it looks like cottage cheese.
Ew.
It looks like someone just fired cottage cheese out of an air cannon.
Is it like fertilizer? Isn't it like made out of fertilizer?
Fertilizer and a few binding agents to make it, sticky. So they can put it in the bucket, and then they can put the bucket like wherever they want it. And it won't like pour out of it or anything. And so if it's a bad mix, they didn't get the proportions right, it just blows up and gets stuck to everything.
Now, did you have to drive with like your windows up and stuff when you were there?
Yeah, well, our windows couldn't go down. The MRAP windows, they're 4 inches thick. So you're not rolling that down.
Oh, okay. I mean, what is an MRAP? Is that like a
mine-resistant ambush protected vehicle?
Okay.
And it's basically, if you took a semi, now depending on the model, ours was like if you took the that fake International that's in this game.
Yeah.
The little blue one.
Yeah, the SX or whatever. Yep.
Yeah. All you do is just extend the cab over that back axle.
Okay.
For a crew compartment.
Right. Okay, I've seen.
Armor
Yeah.
the crap out of it.
Yep, I've seen those. Yep.
Well, armor everything but the engine. Oh man, I'm not going to drop this bale here.
That'll roll out onto the neighbor's farm 6 miles away. Turn it sideways.
Oops.
Whoops.
Well, I'm at 93% right now, and I was like, it's gonna hit 100, like at the top of that hill.
Chewy. Almost done. Do we have a corn header?
Nope.
What are we gonna do with that corn? Just
We're gonna have to sell some of the crop, get the corn header.
Should we, or should we just plow it under and forget it? It's only that little field ain't gonna be worth more than like $100.
Well, still, I mean,
we
might
could.
as well do it.
You want to chaff it? We could chaff it and make silage. We could rent that like that stupid little header.
Oh, okay.
And we could chaff it.
Yeah, and then we'll just silage that tiny amount.
I don't mean even to sell. We can just use it for the cows, you know.
Can you feed straight chaff?
No. We'd silage it. I'll put it
Okay.
in the pen over at the cow farm, and we can make some silage to mix in for later. Seems like the best thing to do with it. Down by doses running. In fact, that can be chaffed once we're done doing all this stuff. We can chaff that today because you can chaff it at the 3rd stage growth. You don't have to wait till it's completely grown.
It is completely grown.
Are you sure? I thought it was in the 3rd stage.
I don't remember.
It's still green.
Well, yeah. Then I guess it's 3rd stage.
But maybe on this map, it show. You know, some of the maps are different. This one might show it as green, even when it's grown all the way. I can't get the harvester to stop rolling backwards. I'm like, brake. It keeps rolling.
Well, if it's already rolling backwards, you have to press forwards.
Oh, I know. I mean, I was, but even when after I stopped it, it's like I didn't stop it enough. Like I thought it was stopped all the way, but it still must have been. Oops! I turned my recorder off. I meant to turn the. The crop trail off. Instead, I turned the tractor off, or the harvester, or the recorder, or something. I turned something off. I'm not sure what I'm doing or what I'm talking about. I'm dazed and confused. All right.
Might just have to finish this episode so you can go to bed.
I still have to do Sosnovka tonight. Jared's going to meet us later. And maybe Big Nasty. The Big Nasty. He's so quiet when we record, which is kind of good, actually. He just kind of stays in the background.
Oh, we talk like crazy when we're playing
I know.
From the Depths.
I think he gets nervous when he's on recording. He just gets real quiet.
Well, I mean, it's fun to have someone to talk to while playing that game, and you know, being able to talk about all the different ships that are in the game and all that.
It sounds like a pretty cool game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can make your own ships and all that, but you know, I'm too lazy to make those amazing ships they have in the game. I mean, it's not like Space Engineers where you can build a huge ship in like the space of an hour.
Yeah, it takes like weeks to put together.
Yeah.
And then you smash the crap out of it.
And so I just use the whatever came with the game. And, well, the good part is like you can repair it.
Okay.
You know? You don't have to. You don't have to worry about your ship getting completely decimated and having to get out, fix it yourself, and all that stuff. You know, you can, like, while you're in the ship, your little guy has repair tentacles, and it'll start fixing. And then there's like little repair bots you can install on it, and they'll start putting the ship back together. And you know, so you don't have to worry too much about it, but you still, like, in battle, unless you have like 1 trillion repair bots, they can mess your ship up enough to keep it from functioning, you know, to where it'll sink.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been learning some new tactics. Like, I used to let the AI drive the ship while I did the gunning.
Okay.
And now I've realized it's way better to manually control the ship and do the gunning.
Oh my gosh.
Because now,
oops,
like with my Fletcher class, I was losing those things left and right. Oh my gosh. I was losing those. Crap. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do this.
Like a Fletcher Clash Destroyer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was losing my Fletchers like crazy because, you know, not a very well armored ship.
No.
It's got awesome weapons on it, but you know.
And it's mobile.
Yeah, and so what I realized was, if I just charge right at them with that ship, because of its narrow profile, almost all of their shots are going to miss. And I charge them right at them, and like last second, I just veer off to the side and just give them the full broadside from that Fletcher. You know, and I got like torpedoes and little mine launchers and all kinds of things on there. And it just starts chucking them off and making a mess.
So would you say it's more fun than World of Warships?
I've never played World of Warships, but I would say the gameplay is definitely faster.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it would be, though, because of the kind of game that it is. But it looks like it's kind of fun. Seth plays it. He loves it. It's less simulator. I mean, it's more of a almost like Minecraft, but for ships, right? Or space engineers.
Yeah, pretty much. It's I would say like Space Engineers meets Minecraft meets War Thunder. Because like you can make
oops,
you know, you can make planes, trucks, and the trucks are kind of crap. They need to do some more work, but on the
yeah, and it's still it's still alpha too, isn't it?
Yeah. But
depths from the depths, right? Is what it's called.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, you can go into matches together. The multiplayer still needs some more optimization.
Okay.
But it's actually not bad for where it's at right now.
Should I fuel this thing up or no?
The big one?
The harvester.
The harvester, I wouldn't worry about it for now.
It's got half a tank. A little bit over half a tank.
It'll be fine. Let's not spend money on fuel we don't need right now.
Yeah, it's not going to be used for a while. That's why I was wondering if we should.
In real life, you'd want to fill that thing up because you don't want to. You wouldn't want to park it with a half-empty tank.
Now, why is that?
The inside of the tank will corrode as water condensation builds up.
Oh.
But if it's you know, there's no room inside the tank for anything.
Oh, you know what? We do have a corn header.
Do?
Yep.
When did we get it?
I don't know, but we have it. Our problems have gone away. I guess we won't chef it. We'll harvest it. We got to wait then for it to go to the final stage. Can you, oh no, you're working. Let me see if I can escape. Let me just check and see what they're saying as far as growth. It's says it's ready to harvest. I'm going to take that for a all systems go. All right. I've got the monster header on. This header's nice because it folds up.
Yeah, I kind of wish they all did that.
Yeah, I know. They don't. But it'd be good if they did. I don't know if am I going to get through this gate? I don't know, man. Oh, yeah. It fits. Just barely. What's up, Mark, son of mine? What, honey? Hang on a second, Kyle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. All right, so where were we? What was I doing? Mark, you give me a roll of toilet paper and see if I have any cough drops in my drawer.
You were harvesting corn.
I'm harvesting corn. I need to blow my nose.
Corn. It's so corny.
It's corny. Oh, this is a little header. This is a wee little header.
Oh yeah, I think we got the smallest one that we could get.
Yeah.
Which is meant for, you know, that starting case.
Right. Oh! My backside's hooked on the post. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, it's ready. Well, it's a pro for this field. I wonder if we should just sell this when we're done doing this. Or we'll grow more corn. Who knows?
I think once we get everything harvested, and, you know, sold, we'll start making some decisions.
Time to make decisions. Save it all? Sell it all? What am I doing?
I think right off the bat we should sell every single bit of crop we have.
Yes, I agree.
Why?
What?
I would never, ever work this field on this kind of slope. This is just an excellent way to break equipment.
All right, what's this thing doing? Did I not put it back down? Oh, I didn't put my header down. Duh. Cut the corn kind of high. Yeah, it's pretty steep, some of these slopes. Are you having wheat loss as it rolls away? Well, I've missed a whole row. I think the field size changed on me. I'm missing like 3 rows now. I've gone straight, so it's the field is adjusting on me here.
Well, I mean, like, you know, trying to travel laterally on this hill.
Right.
Like, I would not be surprised in real life if, like, you were losing constantly, like, having tires snap off your equipment from the weight. And
oh, because it's, like, tipping sideways?
yeah, it's just applying a lot of pressure against your...
everything.
Your downhill wheels. Like, the whole machine is just basically balancing on 2 wheels.
Right.
And it's going to break something after a while. You're going to be, like, blowing out bearings or just snapping them off.
Interesting. I believe it.
And also, it's just really hard on the engine to work like that.
Yeah, I've heard some tractors can't, like, run sideways.
Yeah, extreme angles. The tractor, like, the way the fuel system works, it just won't allow it.
Depends on the tractor, though, too, doesn't it? Ah, I'm still missing a row. Dang it. It got too wide.
A lot of the fancier, newer tractors could probably do it, but...
Look at all those yummy kernels of corn.
By, like, newer, I mean, like, tractors that were built in the last 2 years.
Oh, really? So it's like that. It's been that long that they're like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the engine technology has been roughly the same because no one ever needs to operate like that.
I think people said, isn't it because like an oil pump or something that makes the difference? That's what Jared was saying. Like,
yeah, your oil pump pulls from the bottom of the oil pan.
Right.
And it's usually only going to pull from one side, and so if you're tilted over, all your oil's just going to sink to the bottom.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, right?
Your pump will never get it. And then sometimes some of the fuel systems rely on gravity.
Okay.
And so if you're tilted over too far, it won't make it to whatever position it needs to be in, and you'll end up not getting any fuel. And for a diesel, if you lose fuel in the fuel system, you have to bleed the whole system.
Oh my gosh. So you can't really ever run a diesel out of diesel, can you? Like if that's the case, you have to always keep it going.
But you just have to keep fuel in it, because the moment that thing runs out, you're going to spend the next 2 hours trying to get the diesel back to the engine.
Weird. So it's not like a gas engine where you can just let it run until it runs out of gas.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Diesels are finicky vehicles.
Now, what's the benefit? It just gets better miles per gallon or better efficiency for larger engines?
Better power efficiency.
Okay.
You're going to get more power from the fuel.
Okay. That makes sense.
And at a lower RPM.
Okay.
The power band for a diesel is usually... It's usually like 1,500 RPMs to maybe 2,500.
Okay. That's why in the truck game, you really want to shift your gears at 1500 RPM.
Yeah. You want to stay inside that power band. But it's really small. Whereas on a gas engine, your power band is very high RPM.
Right.
I mean, like my truck, because it's such a huge, like just a monstrous engine, that it runs kind of like a diesel. My power band is a lot lower. But in like, a car or, other smaller gas engines, huge, like your rev counter probably goes up to like what, 10
or 7? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it shifts at 6500.
Yeah, your power band is usually going to be like 5,000 to 6,500 RPM.
Right, that's where the top horsepower is.
It's going to be really narrow. It's a really narrow power band, and it's very high RPM, which means you're burning a lot of fuel to get to that power band.
Right.
But diesels, they actually run better at a lower power band. And also, diesels love to run hot.
Okay, oops.
That's just how they function. You can run a gas engine. I mean, like I've seen gas engines that had a liquid nitrogen cooling system. And like these were engines that were like running, at just obscene RPMs.
Right.
I mean, they were pushing these things up to like 1,400 RPM.
Oh my gosh. It's a little high.
But, they're cooling it with liquid nitrogen. And, it was working, but the system is just wildly inefficient because it has to leak that nitrogen.
Right.
So you have to carry a tank with you to recharge that system, and that's expensive, and it's just a messy system. Whereas a diesel, just inherently, always like a diesel's comfortable temperature is usually when a gas engine is starting to fail.
Okay, so they run a lot hotter.
Yeah, really hot. But they love it though. They prefer to run hot.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense because you have to keep them warm even when they're cold. Like they don't like to run cold at all.
Yeah. And that is kind of a problem with diesels is the diesel fuel will gel when it's cold.
Right.
It'll turn to kind of a paste. And, the colder it is, the thicker the fuel gets. And it gets really hard on a diesel engine to try to pull that, in, especially if it's got a mechanical fuel system on it.
Okay.
Now we're going to be plucking bales out of field 33 and 32 all day long.
Well, I plan on renting a bale picker-upper to make things a little faster. We can ferry around for bales. That'll help it go a lot faster if we have 2 of them.
Yeah.
We'll just rent them.
But diesels in cars are more efficient just because they don't have to have obnoxiously high RPMs to function.
Okay.
And that's why they usually get better fuel economy is you're running a lower speed engine to get the same power as its gas counterpart.
Okay.
And then
now for performance though, they're not going to be as quote unquote speedy, right?
Yeah, you're not going to race a diesel. It's just, they're sluggish.
But what about the Volkswagen Rabbit turbo diesel?
Well, I mean, like, if you had the gas engine version of that car,
it's gonna be faster.
Yeah, it's gonna go way faster. That's just a behavior of diesels is they don't like to accelerate hard. I mean, it's a hard, beefy engine, and so it's not gonna want to do anything fast.
Okay. I don't know how I missed that. Jeez.
Like our dozers, I mean, massive diesel engines.
Yeah, they have that grunt.
Yeah, to push dirt around. A lot of times we were operating them at idle speed. I mean, you just put it in gear and let it go and just put the blade down. And just that slow crawl, that low engine RPM, and mountains of dirt would get moved. I mean, you'd end up pushing a pile of dirt bigger than the bulldozer itself.
Right, right. That's awesome. We're going to be doing that.
If you were to do that with a gas engine, you'd be lucky if that gas engine would push the blade, across pavement.
Right.
And that's an easy thing for a bulldozer to do, is to push on pavement, because it just glides across it. But a gas engine wouldn't. It couldn't push the weight of the blade.
Stupid nose.
Yeah, gas engines have like 0 power when idling.
Right, right. What are my children doing? The whole house is vibrating. This is the older children. My younger kids are with their mom. Wait a minute. There we go. I have this ketchup sitting up here. I keep forgetting to tell them to put it away. Sounds like they are breaking one another. Alright, so we got some corn we got to sell. Maybe I'll work on selling that first. And I'll get the wheels taken off the big tractor.
I am just finishing the baling. And I'm done.
Done! Alright, can you take that baler, I guess wash it up and take it back down, or take it back down and then wash it up?
Alright.
And then meet me back up here with that tractor. And we'll... I don't know how we're going to do this. We need to get another trailer. But I have no money right now.
We can just use the trailer we got to...
Won't that screw the market? I mean, it's going to take us a really long time to sell the product.
Well,
it's going to be like 40 trips. If that's what we got to do, though, it's all right. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but...
Well, no, okay, so we have this one. It's 21,000. If we can get, like, enough money to get, let's see here. There's the Joskin Drakkar 8600.
Was that the yellow one?
It's like green and yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. I don't have money now. We've only got $5,000 right now.
Well, yes.
But down the road.
Sell till we can afford that thing.
Right.
And then
we won't have any money left. What is it, 30,000?
No, once we buy that thing...
This is not deep enough.
Then we start hauling the rest of our crop with
Right, right.
And that way we don't end up punishing the market.
That's what I'm more concerned about. We'll sell this corn, see if the corn gets us enough. Probably not. Man, my nose. Let's see. We get fertilizer with that. We got fertilizer there. So we have some fertilizer.
Oh, and
Chemix.
Guy finally got his mod to work for the seed and solid fertilizer storage.
Oh, okay.
Finally fixed that and got it working, and so now I'm making my own seed in the game, in my single player game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I use someone kind of redid that grime pallet making thing.
You mean the Grimmy?
Whatever it is. And it makes bags of 100 liters.
Oh, that's cool.
You can have
for seed?
Yeah, for seed or fertilizer, potatoes, sugar beets.
Where did the big John Deere go? There it is.
But you can make, all these bags. And so what I did is I filled up a tray. I bought 2 of those little tiny white trailers I like, and I filled filled each one up, one with seed, one with fertilizer. Oh,
Like
yeah,
the bags of it.
Yeah. And that becomes my field refill.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter? What did you do?
Uh-oh. Resync issues.
Oh, okay.
Where am I stuck? Alright, that's working. I can reach it from here. Okay. So, that way I can refill out in the field when the machine runs out. Other than that, I when I first get the sewing machine out of storage, I drive it under each of those to fill it up, and then I just go to work out in the field.
Oh.
And if it empties, I take that trailer up there and start throwing the bags in until it's full enough to finish, and come on back and let it finish. But it's like it's really nice to make your own seed, and that way you don't have to spend money on it.
Right. Wait, how do you make the seed again? You just use like your crop?
Yeah, you just put the crop into
That's really cool.
seed maker thing. And
so maybe we'll have to do that down the road here, because that's pretty neat.
yeah, and I've been using the I'm using the the IT runner kit.
Okay.
And so you can take one of those IT runner containers and put it right next to that seed thing.
Okay.
To the that Grimmy seed maker mod.
Right.
And then you pour your crop into that thing. It'll turn it into seed and dump it right into that trailer.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you just pick it up, back it up to the seed storage, and dump it in.
Sweet. We'll have to set that up at some point. Maybe on the Goldcrest farm, where we have some money. This farm's broke.
Well, we'll have some money here soon.
We're broketed.
That harvester and its header will last us a while.
Yeah, it's the right size for this farm. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning, and what do we start, like at 7? I like the safety warnings here that don't tip the tractor over.
Where do you see that?
This tractor has like warning signs on the left side.
Oh.
Use seatbelt. Don't bind the thing you're towing with the rear wheels. Warning. Caution. Oh, I passed a bale on the fence there. Oh, there's another one out here in the street. Oh my! There's bales everywhere. Get those beacons going. Oh yeah, there's bales all over the road out here. Good thing there's no traffic in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'd have a jam up out there. I'm creeping my way into town with my double wheels. I'll be able to go faster once I get these double wheels off. Nope.
England's just not big enough for duels.
Right. Well, if we only ever stayed on the farm, but I'm killing their trees as we drive along here. They're
But yeah, since I started using the IT runner on my Goldcrest farm, take the containers and I just put them on the ground and leave them.
okay.
And so, like, after I cut a field, I just drive up to that thing, dump it all off, and move on to the next field. And, that cycle over and over. And so, once I've done all my cutting, then I just use the IT runner. I go out there, I pick the container up and take it wherever it needs to go, whether to storage or to market. Bring the container back, put it down, grab the other one, and take off. Because like once I got that big truck that hauls the containers.
Yes.
The containers are cheap.
Like the Tatra?
Yeah, that Tetra 8x8.
Yep. That thing's awesome.
And the containers are cheap, but they hold 45,000 liters, and so you can just splatter those all over the place.
Oh yeah, and aren't they like $8,000 or $9,000? Like they're totally cheap.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, it's just cheaper just to have these things and leave them all over the farm than it is to have one trailer and have to pull that thing all over the place.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna stop and get my wheels adjusted here. Ding. Let me see what Paul Jarrett is texting me. Paul is waiting for us. Let me grab him here. Hang on. Sell. No. Customize. What's Zavi? Does Zavi mean wait? Hydraulica? Drizgak. Great. This is all in a language I will not understand. Crap. Well, let's just do it that way. All right. Much better. That looks much better. Hang on, folks. Actually, that brings us to the end of this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this farm. Hopefully you're enjoying this series. Kyle, say goodnight. Kyle? You there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Say goodnight, buddy.
Night.
Have a good night, guys. We will see you on the farm. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. Have a great night.